up, Nick? Let's see. How about now? Alright, it's good now. Can you hear echo over here? Alright. So what we got here is a simulated round of golf, or they simulate part of it. You do part of it. I got birdies on every single one so far, and I'm coming up to a 103-foot putt. I just got up here, and I gotta stream this, see if I can do it. Oh shit. Like, great.
That was not a very good read right there.
Boozy. Hold up.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Hello? I think I hear what you mean there. I don't know what it is.
That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
Get my eagle, but it took first place.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour.
Oh, I lost
Today
the
it's
place.
live second round coverage of the California Classic.
Shit. Shit. Oh, no. What?
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
Oh, no.
So close. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Getting set now over the putt.
Running the live stream on PC.
And that par certainly won't hurt the cause.
No.
Still some time.
Towards around real quick. Hold on.
You see the blend of holes here from the long par 5 to the short par 4, now to the 214-yard par.
Does that fix any of the shittiness? I noticed that, Laku.
So, Frank, we know that the players petitioned back in the 80s to move the PGA Tour event away from PGA West. It's coming back in 2016. But what did Pete Dye say about golf courses being fair or unfair?
Well, he said it actually, he tried to say it with a chuckle, but he always said that golf's not a fair game, so why build a golf course that's fair?
Do you agree with that?
I do now. I think everything has to align itself together.
Shit.
When you looked at the equipment that the players were using, wooden drivers and wheels that spun around, they had trouble on windy days, and these golf courses, they really were brutal. But I think now that the ball goes further, the introduction of the metal-headed driver, the utility clubs, all of those things have made these golf courses really come back into favor again. Look at what Jason Day did in 2015 at the PGA Championship at Whistling Straits on a Pete Dye golf course. That's how you have to play the game now. We have to embrace change.
How difficult is this golf course at PGA West? Well, it was ranked 8th on this year's Golf Digest, America's 20 toughest
What's up,
golf
Duntel?
courses.
How's it going, bro?
Good par. Fourteenth hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really: poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge in. He goes after it like he is here.
What's up, spray for my ops? What kind of ops you got going?
Ball just took off the face. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Just going for
We
distance.
moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Oh shit.
And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Of course, bro. You're like one of my first subscribers. Oh, come on.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Locomoca Java Monster. Locomonster Java Monster. Lock it. Oh, that's cool.
Really solid stroke.
Frank, if a player needs to make a big move at the close of the round, how could they get at this whole location and make a birdie? They call this turning home.
Yeah, I think that's where you have to be a little more aggressive off the tee shot. A drive of 280 yards can certainly take those two bunkers down the left out of play. There is one in the distance down there, 350 yards, so even the longest hitters can still hit driver down there. You imagine pumping one down there, sort of 340 yards. Now you turn a long hole into a drive and wedge.
Actually, I still have
that's how
one
you get
somewhere
aggressive.
that I just kept because it was awesome. But it's one that's supposed to taste like a White Russian. It's called the Russian Bomb. Non-alcoholic White Russian. Pretty good.
Frank, just a beautiful day out there today, but there are some challenges.
Yeah, those tricky winds up there, you've really got to focus on exactly how strong it is and what direction, because it's very easy to make the mistake of hitting the wrong club out here. And make a mistake with the wrong club choice, even a good swing is not going to get rewarded.
So one shot closer to the lead with that birdie. So that is a top 10 performance through 2 rounds, Frank.
It's always nice to know that you have a shot with 2 rounds left in the tournament.
What Panzer? What Panzer? Go lay down. Get your toy. There you go. Lay down. Panzer 4. No, just Panzer. A Doge. Panzer the Doge.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next.
Of worlds.
Today it's live 3rd round coverage of the California Classic. Frank, how about this hole, the par 5 11? Long one.
Oh, it is. And, you know, anything over 600 yards, only the longest it is the Bubba Watsons, the Dustin Johnsons of the world. The other ones that can get home on a hole like this. For the other ones, even those bunkers down the left side are sort of in play. You at least have to give them a cursory look off the tee. Nothing wrong with a hole at a par 5 that you can't reach. You can still play it as a 3-shotter. And in some respects, you get rewarded for laying up here because that water that comes in on the left-hand side, that's not going to be in play.
That is just a beautiful shot. Playing his second shot.
Pulled up a
par 5
picture a long time ago, and it was, I just Googled Panzer. There was a poster that had all of them. Like 46 vehicles that were classified as Panzer.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at Eagle coming up. Frank, the crowd is starting to stir because Jordan Spieth is making a move. He is only 1 shot back.
He hails from Texas, so you could say the sheriff is about to make his move.
Frank, Pete Dye always gets a player thinking what might be going through a player's mind right here.
You're going to play it as a layup. That's a given. It's just what distance you want. And for every distance you're going to hit it off the tee, Pete Dye gives you a different challenge. If you lay it all the way back, obviously you've got the widest fairway. Then you've got the longest second shot. Get a little closer, it starts to shrink up, shrink up, shrink up. So it's how much do you want to bite off?
They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Oh, nice. For one, Viper didn't stream much. Just gave up. Whoa, you got your leg in my cord.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Just a couple of feet.
Nice. Just trying to hit 700, so
Thundering up the leaderboard. 10 under par for the tournament. What a birdie.
Oh, I'm one
Tricky par 3 here, the 13th, 214 yards.
Not good with fucking iron. Oh. Oh well.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Get down. Look out. It's over.
Oh! Oh!
Wow, lucky break
Son
right
of
there,
a
Frank.
bitch. That was mine.
That's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Hey, what was that? I just got there at the last second. Didn't even see it, really.
Got it for par. Now another short par 4. It's only 389 yards. But Frank, where could a player go off course, so to speak, at this 14th?
Well, this is a hole where you have to play your own game. If you're a longer hitter, I think you can challenge that bunker and knock it over there. And if you're shorter player, you should be only looking at that left side. You're always going to feel like you've left something out there on a hole like this. You always think you could have done the other option. But this is where you've got to stick to what you think is your game plan.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Stick to it is your game
wicked.
plan. Over here just going as far as I can, no matter in the rough or not. The game plan.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Jeez.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie.
Player. Subs so quick then. Playing different games all the time.
Sneaks that in. We're now tied.
And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
Oh yeah. Final round. Let's see if we can do any better.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next.
Oh, man.
Today, it's the final round
Rick.
of the California Classic.
Leisurely game of golf, everybody. Hold on. Gotta dismiss some notification. Yeah. I only do this because I know people don't like it, but I'm pretty good at it. Oh, it had a bunch of bad colors in that backside.
Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there. Oh, that's off the beaten track. That's got 5 minutes to find it.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Oh!
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
I've got Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2007 right over there. Unless you're talking about real golf. Oh! Chip in. Welcome to the chip it in. Everyone.
Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Par 4 15th measuring in at 468 yards. Solid par 4 here. The 15th is 468 yards. But this could be really good,
Andrew,
Frank.
get up here.
Straight at it.
Down.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Second shot now at 15.
Moist. Oh, Laku. Oh, shit.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a
My
lot of
grandparents
mistakes.
played golf, and when
See if
I'd
he
go
does it
see
here.
them in the summer, I'd take my PlayStation, and I could get my grandma to fucking play PlayStation with me. It was awesome.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position.
Panzer.
Oh. Wow, I thought he made that.
Lay
Struggling
down.
a bit with the flat stick.
Go to bed.
And a drop
Right
shot
now.
here at the
Go.
15th hole. Locked in on the read.
Go.
And the speed.
Lay down. Chill out.
In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Par 5 16th is a slight dog-leg left at 600 yards.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Damn it.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker.
A deep bunker, too. Pop bunker. That's what they call it.
All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. You don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Why can't I? Lay down. Oh, shit. Curl.
Frank, that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, there was no advantage to try and get any more out of that. Smart shot.
Good swing, good shot yet again. See if you can get this one to drop here to 16 for a birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
There we go.
Just a beautiful roll there.
Oh, that's like stealing.
Well, we've arrived at Alcatraz, the signature hole here at PGA West. Well, 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 here we are.
Uh-oh.
Famous
That's not
Alcatraz.
Not what you want to see. Feel. Aim for the middle and hope for the best.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
Check your glasses, Bob. It looks like it's
You
going.
have to think
right
he'll be
to the
happy
hole.
with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
I want to check your glasses prescription on that one, Steve.
And rolls it in. Nice putt. One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the three bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. Has his par. Just a great putt and a great win.
Really wanted to eagle. That went away quick. Oh, 62. Got any new equipment? And first with 0 points. Shoot, I'll use Cobra till I get a better one. Yeah, go. Got new balls. Got brand new balls. No new shafts though. That again. What did that say he's playing?
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, calling all the action for today's event. We are here at Wolf Creek Golf Club. It's located in Mesquite, Nevada. Frank, if I didn't know that it was Mesquite, Nevada, I think we landed on the moon and they built the golf course here. This is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, 100 years ago, you couldn't build a golf course like this here. Obviously, all the equipment needed, but in the end, it's just it's wonderful. It's an absolute playground for anyone that sort of loves to play the game. It is desert golf, obviously because of the terrain, but the green oasis that cuts in between is each hole. It just sort of gives you a totally different experience because you keep having to remind yourself you are smack bang in the middle of the desert.
Sorry, buddy. There's no one. I'd prefer to talk to somebody myself. I knew somebody was here. I'd gladly talk to him. How are you, buddy?
Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
good-looking shot right here. That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Getting set now over the putt.
Try to harden a little bit, too. Oh, come on.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Did the job right there. Fifth hole, and we pick up the action. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, Frank, what's the key to generating some momentum?
Just hitting good shots. I know it sort of sounds like the old cliche, but plenty of opportunities. A few 10, 15-foot putts start going down. This round will change dramatically.
Come on. Uh-oh. Not gonna go. Oh. Oh, well, well. Close enough. Oh shit.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long.
Oh, uh-oh, no.
Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
This is a long birdie putt here, requires good judgment of the speed and the line. Just try to lag it down there.
Oh shit, that says up 4 foot. My bad. Okay. Oh.
Now, putt for par.
These putts keep the round together. Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. You give it, and it taketh away.
So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the billy goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes once again are apparent here at the 6th. It is a dogleg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play or that little stream that cuts across. Second shot, a little bit uphill, and those bunkers are really where you shouldn't go. You all know that. And this green is anything other than flat. A fun-looking hole, too, and a fun hole to play.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, he took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Now on to the par 4 7th hole. Is this a reachable par 4, Frank?
Distance-wise, you would think so, but the designer has done something to avoid that, and it's put all this water in front of the green. It would take a mammoth tee shot, and that's something like 300 yards through the air if you're going to try and even drive this green. Is the risk worth it? Well, if you're just playing with your friends, maybe it is. Otherwise, you just lay it up just past those those bunkers on the right and the left. Get it down there on the flat. A little pitch you would think is simple, but because of the slope of this fairway, chances are you might not get a flat lie, and that's going to make that second shot that much harder.
How was that?
What was he thinking there?
How was that in bounds?
I have no earthly idea.
What? Gee. Effed. Oh, freak. Like we're going. Oh. No, right back where we started. Nope, now it's out of play probably. Son of a bitch.
You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
It's gonna be just fine.
Miss
I
hit,
can actually
wrong
hit it
club.
towards
What
the
happened there, Frank?
hole.
Or the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. Wasn't that hard a shot.
Shut up. What a doucher. Uh-oh.
This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Well, he'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down. It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
Gave that one everything he had, and he really gouged it, and still, it was short. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough.
Heavy rough.
Remember, out of the rough, expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Didn't do that on the last one. Fuckhead.
I mean, there's skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Wow, I thought he made that. Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on. Frank, the par 3/8 really is Wolf Creek in a nutshell. It's hard, and it's really pretty.
It is, and it's really long, too. Just under 250 yards off that back tee. Slight bit of elevation, but you can see from the tee, obviously, where you don't want to go and where you do go. If you're a little, well, tender of heart, then aim for the right side and avoid all that water down the left.
Give me a fairway.
Oh, man, not a good shot at all.
It was wicked.
Wicked.
Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading to...
Never a pleasant moment to drop after you've gone into the water, but here we are. This now the 4th shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
So, Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
There we go. That's better.
Locked in on the read and the speed. No doubt would love to have this one back. That's a double bogey, 2 drop shots. Finishing up this front side here at the par 4 ninth, 390 yards. And what are we looking at, Frank?
Well, it looks relatively straightforward, but it's anything other than that. Decision time again. Do you lay it up into that wide area of the fairway? If you're a longer hitter and you are out here to have a little bit of fun, then maybe you want to take the head cover off because you get a little bit of an advantage if you can drive it over that last bunk on that right side, or at least take that out of play, because you're only going to have a short pitch in here.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Oh, shit.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Shouldn't be a problem here. Wow, I thought that was in. So just a formality here.
All right, that was Bob Dylan.
Rich, you got to tell me what happened. I covered my eyes on that one.
Another bogey. What else? Well, that'll do it for today. Not a great performance, not on the first page of that leaderboard.
Yeah, the people on the top of this leaderboard are there for a reason. They hit more fairways, more greens. It sounds easy, and I know this is a difficult course, but that's the way it's going to have to be played.
Sorry, I had to grab some food. Frickin' starving, Mr. Bigglesworth.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live second-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Oh, come on, people, get out of the way.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
How about this, Frank? You don't see this too often. He's setting up to take a shot from the cart path.
Different sort of drive.
And he's made it onto the green. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just a couple of feet. Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess.
Bloody
It's
terrible,
probably the easiest
Rick.
way to put it. This case of anything that could go wrong, not just probably, it did.
Par 5, 12th, and Frank, another reminder that Wolf Creek can really be intimidating.
It can. Water down the left. They'll take a huge dent off your scorecard. A lot of fairway down the right. Somehow find that. This par 5 can be reachable into. There's still trouble to the right of this green if you get a little bit cavalier. This, without doubt, the longest green on the golf course. It's 55 yards from front to back. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
It can't be that good.
Frank, what's it going to take to get home in 2 on this par 5?
A good drive for a start, but, well, the second shot, it's going to be hard to estimate what you're going to have because this is the longest green on the golf course, 55 yards from front to back, and you can see it's very, very narrow. You don't also want to miss that green on the right because water will come into play. So this is, you have to be very, very precise.
Thank goodness, Frank, back on dry land here.
As long as this one avoids it.
After hitting it in the drink, this is the 4th shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. The scorecard is quickly adding up.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
You like this one, Frank?
That's a good one. Safely on.
Getting set now over the putt. Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
13th hole, and Frank, Wolf Creek is really kind of a macho golf course because you can stand on a tee like this and say, you know what? I'm going to take this one over the mountains.
And then, if you do,
Directly into the
then you flip the coin. Is it in play or is it out of play? This is one hole. You just, you realize you're in the middle of the desert, that's for sure. And one hole that you think, well, if I play this hole a couple of times, I might just get the hang of it.
Solid. Oh. That- Ow. Oh, what? Nope. Yeah.
Second shot from 150.
Cheat.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
That doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough.
Are you for real? It was terrible.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Well,
Good looking shot right here. Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. 11 feet away. That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey, drop shot here at the 13th. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Hard to be perfect in this game. That's a bogey. Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444 yards, and what a beautiful hole.
It is, and it's a beautiful view. You see everything from the top of that tee there. It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's why you got to fixate on something in the distance that's a much better line than worrying about that wall of sand down the left side. That was nuclear.
The approach here at 14, what do you like, Frank?
Well, it's a dogleg right to left, and the green is also shaped that way, Rich, so it suits a draw off the tee, and it's going to suit a draw coming in. And that draw you're going to get by virtue of the fairway that slopes from right to left, which encourages that shape of shot. And you should be able to use the natural contours of this green. You work it out, you're going to be rewarded.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Not on him, but fell out of my feet.
Frank, we haven't seen a whole lot of that, but no doubt it feels good.
A very quick exit, miscut, not the only one there, but surprising.
The weekend now to regroup, just didn't hit many good shots.
All right, got that one out of the way. Oh. Lay down. Look at your toy or whatever. Do something. I'm trying to find more shit of mine to destroy. Got it? Go to bed. Go. Go. There you go. Oh, I got 12. Oh, that's pretty cool. Where's my lime green guy? Oh, Alberta, eh? The Great North.
EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. Take you down to hole number 11. Nothing noteworthy here in the first round, Frank, but still plenty of golf to be played.
That's right, Rich. A little bit of a dry spell, but really not a lot of damage done. When he goes after it like he is here.
Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
He smoked it.
This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it. It stays in the air forever.
Be the hang time on that.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That will be a great look at birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. A birdie will send him to 1 under on the leaderboard. All right, on to the 12th hole, 442-yard par 4. What do you like about this hole, Frank?
Just a nice par 4 that sort of bends to the player's right. A lot of people will just stand up here, grab the driver. I don't really think you have to do that, Rich. The hole's not overly long. Just something short or down that left side. You're only going to have a short iron in for your second shot. What a great shot.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Second shot, good look at the green. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Well, this is a good hole right here. Par 3, 225-yard 13th. Frank, what do you think?
Well, it's called sulfur. I can't remember what element that is on a periodic table, but the hardest thing here is not to figure that out, but figure out what club you're going to use. Just a fraction downhill, just over 200 yards. It does narrow up when they start to tick the flag in the back, but there's a nice fat target there, sort of those first 2/3 of the green.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Almost. Wow. Frank, we see it every single round. These kind of putts determine whether it's a good score or an average score.
Yeah, and just like that, a bogey. He does not feel like he deserves it.
Now at 1 under for the round. On to the 14th hole now. It's a par 4, 442 yards. And what's the right way to attack here, Frank?
Two choices. Try and squeeze it down the right side, just short of those big bunkers on that right. Either that or carry the bunker complex on the left. A little awkward.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, take us down. Give us the player's eye view on this second shot here at 14.
I kind of like a second shot a little lower than normal here. It just seems to shape up to this green. Obviously, you're protecting against going left while you're trying to go directly at the flag. So just something a little lower than normal, I think, would be the go.
This is a good-looking shot. Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. And getting ready for the putt. Has it now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament. Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives.
Start pass, 400 yards.
That's in the fairway. Frank, I'm always fascinated by the way professionals approach the game and how different it is from us amateurs. You're not just standing up and hitting a shot, hoping to catch it on the middle of the face. You're thinking about lower high, left to right, or right to left.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought, really. You're either moving the shot away from something or towards something. So this is a great example here. You could be moving the ball away from the left side of the green, but closer towards the flag.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.
Struggling a bit with the flat stick, and a drop shot here at the 15th hole. Just a little tap in here. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now.
Yeah, I got this. I got this.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. It's second round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. Frank, when you play Banff, you get some of these wow moments where you stand on the tee and you say, ooh, look at it.
This is one, yeah, this is one of them, Rich. Yeah, the elevation change from tee to green is quite dramatic. Consequently, you're going to have to club down a little, at least 2 clubs shorter than what that yardage says on the card.
This one's looking good. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline. Oh, that was nasty.
That's an outrage right there. I mean, if there's a high commission of golfdom, we need to consult them right now because it's just simply not fair, Frank. It's not.
I think the people above are frowning on the people below.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Frank, what's the key here at the 5th hole? It's par 4, 424 yards.
The first real stringent tee shot of the day. 3 bunkers, first one not really in play. That third one in the distance, unless you're someone like a Bubba Watson, you should be able to aim at that and not reach it.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Good swing, good shot yet again. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Continues to putt beautifully. Now at the 6th hole here at Banff Springs, it's a short par 4, only 373 yards, and the short par 4, Frank, all the rage in golf course architecture these days.
A lot more strategy involved when you've got a hole that you can nearly reach with a tee shot. It's how far back do you leave, at what sort of distance you want that second shot. All those things to compute. Straightforward, a little bit uphill. Basically, it's what you want for your second shot. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Safely aboard. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage, and you're not going to birdie every hole.
That is a solid par putt. Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards of par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. It's 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What do you say? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods. The longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water, Frank. Only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. You just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Locked in on the read and the speed.
Just seems an absolute waste. Got to take your time.
Just a couple of feet. And takes care of business there.
Solid strike.
Don't forget third round coverage coming your way tomorrow on EA Sports. For Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now.
We made the cut.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Today it's live third round coverage of the Mountain Shootout.
Should I go for the cart path again? Looking to get him first. South.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, a really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Superb shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Well, at last, a birdie. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favor a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Oh shit, I hit the creek.
That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
Frank, anytime you're inside 15 feet, you have to like your chances.
Yeah, our computer gives us 13 feet to be precise.
There it is.
Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one, short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here and the First Nations of... He's loading up.
Uh-oh.
Look at the corner there. Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there.
Which ones are rough?
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Excellent read for birdie to move to 5 under for the tournament. Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach.
Frank just continuing to make the game look easy.
This just shortens the whole golf course up when you can hit it that far.
Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Good chunk of real estate here, 22 feet away. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
And he has it for birdie. Frank, what's a player feeling knowing they have one more round to go and they could have a chance at making a run and maybe win this thing?
No, it's a great feeling, Rich. At this point, really, it's just about whether you can handle the nerves. You know everybody up there is going to be feeling them.
Come on.
Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today, it's the final round of the Mountain Shootout.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Getting set for this
Headshot.
next shot from the rough.
Boom,
What
headshot.
does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Cleans that up in the hole. On to the 14th hole now. It's a par 4, 442 yards. And what's the right way to attack here, Frank?
Two choices. Try and squeeze it down the right side, just short of those big bunkers on that right. Either that or carry the bunker complex on the left. A little awkward.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Choice is yours, Batman.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Frank, looking out here on the 15th hole, this looks like a spot where you could really crank one that you could tell your buddies about.
It's another hole that suits a player that hits the ball right to left. It's no surprise to see why Rory McIlroy plays well around here. Nice, big, high towering draw. It's going to go that extra yardage because of the elevation.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Necklace over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
That would be a great look at birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle. Even par currently.
That's a solid par putt. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly have.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Well, that one didn't work out. It didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Got it stuck in the fringe. Oh, that's
Pretty good shot right there. Did the job right there. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards of par 4, that is, you know you're going to get a short on your iron. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front, so it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
Good contact, good result. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron.
Frank, if this were baseball, that would be an upper deck moonshot.
It'd be out of the stands. But not only that, it is in the middle of the fairway. Long, incredibly long, and straight.
Tape measure shot.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. He'll need to be strong with this. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. So close.
Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
Good effort and good par putt. So another tournament in the books, Frank, and what'd you make of this one?
Quality venue once again, Rich. The standard of courses we're seeing is excellent, and consequently it's enabling the players to really play some great golf. So I think golf's the winner today.
Golf. Means I lost. Just like a house golf. Can't even calculate my amount. Oh, 1.9. Do one more round.
EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present opening round coverage of the PGA Championship. And now we go down to the first hole. Getting ready to get the tournament started. Frank, first tee jitters?
Oh, everybody gets them. That's the beauty of it. If you don't, you shouldn't be playing this game. Just try and think nice and slow.
This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Settles in over the putt.
Oh!
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap. Moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard with that par. Frank, bold is beautiful here at Whistling Straits, and this second hole is for the bold, isn't it?
Well, even though it's just under 600 yards, it is reachable for the long hitters. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side, because that way you can see the green. There is bunkers left, and there is bunkers right.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Now his third, staring right at the green.
Oh, he's staring at the water.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Just 5 feet left.
They're sneaking into contention here. Is that birdie?
Top 15 now on the leaderboard. Now to the first par 3 on this golf course. It's the third, about 188 yards.
Yeah, big green with lots of undulations, and it moves the ball from that right side towards the left, towards Lake Michigan. But club selection, important here.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Pretty good stroke right there, just to hit it through the break.
It's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
-1 in the early going. Frank, it's absolutely breathtaking, isn't it? I mean, you look left and all you see are the waters of Lake Michigan. It's called glory.
Well, that's one of the amazing things that Pete Dye has done in his design of this great golf course, is to incorporate all the natural vistas that are available.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Frank, this looks like a pretty challenging shot into the fourth.
Just like the previous hole, when you've got the lake on the left, you've got to favor the other side.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Getting set now over the putt.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Nice par to remain 1 under. A lot of great golf early on. Let's get you out to the action at the 5th. Early in the round and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, and actually a good position to really springboard the round from here.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards.
Second shot.
This looks real fun. I like it.
He's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. That would be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Player knows they're on the move with that birdie. Quick glance at the leaderboard. They can see, Frank, they're not out of it.
Things are very volatile right now.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Down the hill here, going to play shorter. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. Looks like he just misread that. Locked in on the read and the speed. With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.
That's your boy.
EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present second round coverage of the PGA Championship.
Fourth place, 33rd.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
For birdie. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Frank, how about the par 5, 597-yard second hole?
They give you a chance here. If you can hit a long drive down the left side, it starts to open up. But even a drive that finds the fairway down the right side, you might think it's okay, but chances are you're going to have a blind second shot.
Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Down, little Sheba. Down. Just averted danger right there. So close.
What is here all left?
And getting ready for the putt. Frank, an important eagle from the middle of the pack toward the front end.
Playing well ahead of the leaders. Still, that move up there, at the end of the day, very important. Safely on deck.
Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Pretty good effort right there. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Just a little tap in here.
Or shit.
And that's a bogey. Frank, this golf course is hard work, no question, but every once in a while it allows you to stop and just soak it all in. It is spectacular.
It is. In one respect, it's an enormously long golf course at 7,800 yards. But then if you look away from the landscape itself, it's truly beautiful.
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, you don't see holes like the 5th here at Whistling Straits all that often, do you?
Not just the shape of the hole, the length. Pete Dye has managed to put both the length and the design of the hole together to make it brutally tough, but at the same time, strategically brilliant.
Headed for the bunker? Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Well, Frank, these winds have not at all subsided. Still a challenge.
Yeah, but the same for everybody, and that's where you've just got to adjust your own mental path. Golf course was going to be difficult when you teed off. It's certainly no different now.
And that one rolls just into the rough.
Now you have to decide whether or not that ball's going to fly or not. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Fourth shot, wants to get this close. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. He'll take par and move on. 2 rounds in the books, Frank, and a good spot from which to make a move.
Yeah, well positioned. Really, you know, if you're leading, it's a different pressure. Being in the chaser pack there, playing well, what a great position to go into with 2 rounds to go.
Pulled my phone off the charger at 10 p.m. last night. It's at 14%. Almost 1 p.m. Longest battery life I've ever had. Alright, I gotta go get a pack of smokes, so I'll be right back.
EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present third round coverage of the PGA Championship. We're here at Whistling Straits in Kohler, Wisconsin for the PGA Championship. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the championship action. Frank, what's in store for our golfers today under these major championship conditions?
It's a Pete Dye special, Rich. Bunkers, I've lost count of the number of bunkers at Whistling Straits, but already it's been the host of several PGA championships, so it's a test for the great players of the world. But really, you got to tip your cap to the designer. He'll tell you that building Whistling Straits was a, quote, once-in-a-lifetime thing. To see Lake Michigan around the golf course, it looks just like it's not real. It looks like you're playing on the moon sometimes. It's an amazing venue.
Frank, this is a big hole right here, the fourth. It is almost 500 yards, par 4.
And you can see the bunkers and the mounding down the right side. Believe it or not, that's actually where you should aim your tee shot and just let the contours move that ball towards the middle of the fairway.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time that one gets him in the top 10.
Frank, you've played all over the world. How unique is this hole, the fifth?
I've never really seen anything quite like this. On one hand, it's an extremely long par 5, but then on the other hand, you have all these options that are available.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Frankie's going for 2 birdies in a row.
If he can knock this one in, then that's certainly going to help the confidence.
They're very impressive and on the move right now. Ready to hit the tee shot here at the 6th, Frank. Where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
Well, Rich, finally a par 4 that's not overly long. There's a little bunker down the left. That's about 250 yards. Shouldn't have a problem carrying that, but it's the next two, just up ahead around the 330. mark. Just keep it a little short of that. Short iron in.
They'll be happy with that in the fairway, and now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, no surprise that Martin Keimer won a PGA championship here, just looking at this shot ahead.
Yeah, this shot obviously suits someone that hits the ball left to right with sort of like a hard bullet type cut. There's only really one problem for that player if he tries to play that shot, is that little pot bunker that guards the front half of this green.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Frank, a solid par right there, maintains his position. Another magnificent hole here at Whistling Straits. Nothing but water on the right and a huge drop-off down to the beach.
Yeah, if you're struggling with your golf, just take a little breath and look right. It'll be a great elixir.
This is a good-looking shot. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
This is an awkward length.
A good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
Frank, just tons of bunkers on the right. You hope the wind is in your favor.
Yeah, and sadly, your mind just about picks up on each and every one of them. Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one.
Frank, what about the second at the hole they call on the rocks?
A very long, thin, narrow green, so you've got to be really careful on where that flag is located. Otherwise, you're going to have a long putt. Oh, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Frank, what about this downhill shot off the tee and the idea that you just want to sort of let that ball run toward the green down the hill?
Well, Pete Dye just gives you so many different looks throughout the front nine of Whistling Straits, and this really is the first example of this, plus the swirling winds that are created by that sort of tree and mounding on the right of this green. Quite spectacular.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance.
Now we're doing better. Finish this shit off and then we'll call.
EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present final round coverage of the PGA Championship. Major championships are where the world's best golfers rise to the occasion, trying to etch their names into the record books. Today, we will see which golfer grabs the spotlight here at the PGA Championship. It is the season's final major championship here at Whistling Straits Scenic Golf Course, playing host to all the action.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Straight away now from 145 yards. Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze. Oh, get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Now has a tie for the lead with that birdie.
And a pep in the stride.
Well, Frank, the 11th here at Whistling Straits is a monster par 5. They call it sandbox, but it is not exactly child's play, is it?
No, I can't actually count the number of bunkers on this hole. Plus, it's a dogleg to the right. 645 yards. I don't care whichever way you cut it down. That's going to be 3 good shots. Forces you to hit driver off this tee. Oh, that's fine.
These winds have held up all day long. Definitely playing a part in the shot making we're seeing out there today.
Second shot.
We're also seeing more long putters in the game.
Yeah, there's a choice. If you don't feel comfortable with a normal grip and you've got a few nerve issues, then you can, well, use a longer version, jam it in your chest, have a different fulcrum point.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Pretty good result right there, considering
it looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Really good. Like that. That.
Early part of this second 9 with good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
That birdie has to feel even better, Rich, with everything so tight at the top.
Right in the middle of a Donnybrook at this point. 170 yards. Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
So, hanging in down the stretch with a par. Frank, here at the 13th, a lot can happen.
Just a gentle dogleg to the right, or at least the hole moves to the right, plus the slope of the fairway. You've got to aim left of center.
Wow, Frank, look at that one. How it just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
These are always tricky. Severe downhill to that green. Good-looking shot right here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's full melody now.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie.
Full melody now.
Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Now the par 4 14th, and Frank, this is not about brute strength, is it?
A bit of a head scratcher here. When you first look at it, you think you just pull out the driver, but it narrows up in the driving area. So really it's a layup off the tee, just a short iron in from there.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options, and you don't have to hit the ball first.
Frank, there really is nothing in America quite like Whistling Straits when you consider that it looks like an old seaside links course, and yet it's in the middle of America. It's in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece of landscaping there that wraps around Lake Michigan. So that's what gives it that links-like feel. But then it took a genius of an architect to build in 18 phenomenal holes that match the environment. Another good swing, another good approach shot.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
A lip out's fine, as long as it doesn't happen to you.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
The 15th now, and a 503-yard par 4 here at Whistling Straits.
Well, it's certainly beautiful to look at, but tough to play. Bunkered once again left and right, but it's a hole that you have to hit a driver down here, just purely because of the length of the hole. Ah, nice.
Looks good.
It's a ginormous tee shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that is a ball striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. In the hole for birdie. Frank, as you know, the finishing holes at a major championship can make even the world's #1 player buckle under the pressure. How do you avoid that?
Well, with a good drive to start here, there's a series of bunkers that start about 300 yards down the right side. You'd like to start your tee shot on those and maybe work it back towards the fairway to get a little bit more run. and make this hole reachable.
Come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. This would give him an eagle on the card. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the 17th hole. I don't like the sound of it. It's called pinched nerve. And I'm not sure I like the look of it. 249 yards and all sorts of trouble to the left.
Well, trouble to the left, there is some 20 feet below the level of the green, so that's a no-go zone. And then, of course, on the right, there's a huge mound, a sand dune there with a bunker in it. That sort of makes you hit that tee shot a little further left. But believe me, there is a little bit of green in between both.
What do you try up next? You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. The final hole, the 18th, and the clubhouse in the distance. Frank, it's looking like home sweet home, isn't it?
Well, if you can hit the fairway here, that's one thing, but it still leaves an enormously long second shot. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
He'll need to be strong with this. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
To win the PGA Championship.
Working nights, so awesome to have neighbors that have a race party.
There you have it. Well done. Great.
Rich, it came down to just a shot or two here or there, but we were treated some amazing golf this week.
Just one player standing, and that was earned, well-deserved, beautifully played.
Alright, everyone. Well, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Hope everybody had a good one, even though I wasn't really doing any good, but just had to get a stream up. So I'll talk to y'all later.